So with that demonic power, he basically covered her eyes, because when you come in his truth, before you come in his truth, your eyes are practically closed. Know what I'm saying? I ain't saying you got anally probed. I pray you didn't. Anyway, that's just a stupid joke. But anyway, yeah, the Most High reveals everything to you once you come in his truth. That's why when you put your hands to the plow, you're not supposed to look back, because you have been washed, you have been cleaned, and you're not supposed to go filthy yourself again. Go sip and chill in your own vomit, in a doggy's vomit. So yeah, sodomy has a spiritual component in it that is far more sinister than anybody recognizes. See, being a homosexual is demonic. It has everything connected to him, connected to Satan, as it says in this article. I mean, this interview. Even them dudes that don't do satanic, how you call it? Satanic, rituals. Yeah, satanic rituals, which they call biblical rituals in this interview. This guy's nuts. Anyway, satanic rituals, and he said, is Satan's sex. Wait, let me get it. Here. Here's where I am. Okay. Okay, here's Satan's sex. He says something about Satan. No, it wasn't here. Yeah, here is it. He says, Marion Knox said, as far as I know, sodomy is always used in the occult going clear back before the flood. Sodomy is Satan's sex and Satan's new birth of the child. Because what happens when you penetrate a woman in her vagina? You get a child. What happens when you penetrate that same woman in her asshole? You get nothing. That nothing is then a spiritual baby. I mean, you can't see the baby. A ghost, you could say a ghost baby. And that ghost baby is of Satan. That's how they actually, that's how I basically could explain it to you. Make you see in pictures. So, where was I? Let's go find where I was. Husband? Yeah, here was I. Okay. Sodomy has a spiritual component in it that is far more sinister than anybody recognizes. So, when you have two homosexuals and you say, well, as long as they don't bother me, I'm cool with it. You have no idea how sinister it is. You don't recognize it. You have no idea. That's why the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, because he can see it. We don't have those type of eyes. We cannot actually see what's spiritually going on, because the Lord said in the book of Matthew, he said, what the Most High have made twain, what was first twain, two, and the Most High had made one, let nobody separate. Meaning you become one with your wife, right? One soul, basically. If you go two men or two women, those are two souls that want to come together but can't, and that creates friction, and that friction creates demonic energy. It is the most underrated evil power to the general public. You see, this guy knows what he's talking about on this topic. Let's put it like that. But to the people who are in the known, they know that this is the ultimate rebellion against the Most High himself. Sodom and Gomorrah. That's why the Most High destroyed them. He didn't wait. He didn't wait like let's let their iniquity build unto heavens. No, he was like, yo, you know what? Okay, check this out. Wipe out. That's how the man. The Most High was beyond furious for him to actually destroy you. Well, but it does say in the Book of Lamentation that they got off lightly actually. Because if you read the Book of Lamentations chapter 4, it actually explains to you that Israel went through worse than that. So being destroyed in one day is not so bad as being destroyed for a couple of thousands of years. For a couple of thousand years. But anyway, this is what they hope to use to gain the whole human race for their side and defeat the Most High Himself. So the homosexuality is actually a program to defeat the Most High. It's to destroy. That's what they. Esau is an idiot. How can you destroy him that made you? What you think this is? Some kind of Frankenstein movie? Idiot. I'm convinced you're right. This is what the interviewer, the woman, said. I'm convinced you're right that for both mind control and male bonds of power, sodomy is somehow key. What about another brotherhood? The Special Forces, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, Elite Cadres. From what I can gather, I believe that they are chosen because the men start out as victims as 3-year-olds. Ooh, messed up. So even these guys, Special Forces, Navy SEALs, Green Berets, even you have guys even amongst them. Of course, you have guys amongst them who didn't go through this programming at 3 years old, between 3 and 4 years old. Anyway, I have worked to help get a guy free whose mother ran a topless bar down in California and had a tremendous internal rage. He didn't do well in school and he had problems with drugs. But a guy came along and got him a full ride of 4 years at West Point. He should never have gotten in there. He went in on a football scholarship. But when they got him in there, they switched him to a boxing scholarship because when he got into boxing, the rage could be turned on. He heard that some of the initiations coming up in the second West Point year include sodomy. So this is what Esau does in his schools. You know what I'm saying? That's why I pray the Lord. When I got older, I wasn't in the school, but they don't do that shit over here. I think. I never went to college though. I was too busy getting high, man. Smoking weed, doing stupid stuff. You know what I'm saying? Playing games and shit. Whatever. Watching cartoons. Being a nutcase. I don't know what they subjected him. I don't know that they subjected him to sodomy. But he quit before he went more than 1 year. Just like in war, where traumatic things happen that soldiers can't remember. This is what sodomy does to a child. The denial system that kicks in produces at least in some people the ability to compartmentalize. When you compartmentalize, you can be in a certain compartment of your mind without detracting from other compartments in your mind. Just like this woman. Let me give you an example again what happened to her.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Weird. Hello. Oh my goodness. Hello. Ew. Strawberry.
She said, "Oh my goodness, strawberry." You know, in the movies, Esau, he always has a, when they make the romantic love scene or whatever, he's a big ass faggot, but when he makes the romantic love scene, he always pops out a cherry to eat with chocolate sprinkled all over it. Nah, you can picture what they did to her. Woo! Having fun. If you're, hey, wait a minute. If you're in a pure rage compartment, you don't have any kindness or love diluting it. Question. So in the profiling that the military might use in order to find a man who fits the untaped rage pattern, interruption, I could make a profile. I could take a few victims that are healed and sit down beside me, and we could bring the people through an interview and we could profile them. Why do I think this program into sodomy acts so much more powerful on males than on females? Well, because it's... Oh, I would say, well, because a man is not supposed to be getting anally probed. Neither is a woman. But the thing is, you do insert things in a woman. A man does not have an inserting thing. A woman does. He has an exit. A woman has an exit canal or an exit hole and an insert hole. The insert is the one where the baby comes out, and the exit is the one where the doo-doo comes out. And the man has an exit and an exit. The one exits the seed, the other one exits the doo-doo. Anyway, so she thinks it's more on male than females. He said it doesn't. But males and female are different. Females are best for becoming programmed computers for human recorders. Most women are more capable of creating multiple personality systems because the way their mind works. But the fact is that the men are more aggressive. So the percentage of women who are sodomized and become perpetrators is far lower than the percentage of men who become perpetrators. They're all victim to start with, but women just go on being victim because women are natural followers. But women just go on being victims. They don't tend to turn into perpetrators themselves. I've worked with men who did not become perpetrators and remained victims just like women. And I've seen evidence of women who become perpetrators. Witches are perpetrators just like men. They're molesters. I have worked with people who had women sodomizing them with objects, molesting children. But the percentage is lower than with women than it is men. A higher percentage of men will transform from victim to perpetrator. I'm confident that there are some men who compartmentalize in such a way that they do not, on the average, remember acts of molesting. They will only remember if they get into that compartment. Otherwise, they have amnesiac barriers between the different compartments of their minds. Women are that way too. A perpetrator remember. Wait a minute. Women are that way. A perpetrator with... sorry. Hey, where was I reading? Women are that way too. A perpetrator with an amnesiac barrier is a sad, sad case. Because they can switch into the compartment and go out and molest, then switch out and not remember.